Alexander Isak plan emerges. As Liverpool transfer target agrees to play again, Newcastle striker Alexander Isak has been at the center of speculation linking him with a move to Liverpool this summer, and the forward will be granted an apprehension. Head coach John Dalton has stood by his decision to call up Alexander Isak. Despite the Liverpool-linked striker's uncertain club future, the 25-year-old's inclusion in Sweden's squad for their upcoming fixtures against Slovenia and Kosovo has sparked debate, especially since he is yet to feature in the Premier League for Newcastle United this season. Isak has been central to ongoing transfer drama, having made it clear he wants a switch to Liverpool. Newcastle, however, continue to insist he is not for sale, rejecting at least one major bid from the Reds. After refusing to rejoin the Magpies' pre-season tour, Isak has been training in isolation while Eddie Howe's men returned to Tyneside. He was also missing from the squad during Newcastle's thrilling 3-2 home defeat to Liverpool. That match saw Liverpool surge into a 2-0 lead through Ryan Gravenberch and Hugo Ekitike, only for Bruno Guimaraes and will oscillate to level the score. The contest was finally settled in stoppage time when Rio Ngumo has struck a 100th minute winner. For the Reds, Isak had already sat out the season opener against Aston Villa, which ended 0-0. As he continues to push for a move away from St. James' Park, Thomasson, who previously managed Blackburn Rovers, carefully avoided fueling speculation about the situation but praised Isak's professionalism. It's hard to have a strong opinion without knowing exactly what has gone on inside the club, he said. You must be careful before drawing conclusions when the full picture isn't there. He's intelligent, probably more intelligent than I am, the Swedes manager went on. Alex is a top professional, a strong personality, and he's worked extremely hard. He changes games. I've spoken with him plenty of times mentally. He's tough. What we discuss stays between us, of course. Can he play 90 minutes right now? No, absolutely not. Isak has been consistent on the international stage, registering 16 goals and 52 appearances for Sweden. His call-up indicates he is still ready to play competitively, though not for Newcastle. At present, domestically, his scoring record has impressed even more. Since joining Newcastle from Real Sociedad 3 years ago, he has netted 62 times in 109 appearances. Liverpool's pursuit of Isak according to transfer journalist David Lynch. Newcastle may yet consider letting Isak go on the condition they secure a striker this summer. While it has been suggested the Magpies want to sign to forwards, Lynch believes they could cash in on Isak after landing just one replacement. Speaking to Sports Mole, Lynch said, I wouldn't dismiss the idea that Newcastle sign Jorgen Strand, Larsson, and then allow Isak to leave. If they get one striker over the line, that could be enough. They may feel there's no point dragging the Isak saga out further or trying to reintegrate him when it's clear he doesn't want to stay. Newcastle have already seen the bids for Wolverhampton Wanderers striker Strand Larsson rejected, and a third approach could bring the price close to £60 million. But time is running out. With the summer window closing on September 1st, Wolves would also need to line up a replacement before sanctioning his sale. Liverpool, meanwhile, fear they may miss their chance to secure Isak if Newcastle don't complete their incoming business quickly. Enough. Lynch remains optimistic about Liverpool's chances. It feels like something has to give now. For all the talk that Newcastle won't sell, the situation is unresolved. If they were fully committed to keeping him, we'd know by now. That's why I still lean towards him joining Liverpool. It's not been ruled out, and the fact it's dragging on keeps the door open. Liverpool's striker situation if a deal for Isak collapses. New boss Arne Slot will have just for senior attackers to cover 3 positions, leaving his squad thin at the top end of the pitch. Liverpool already had a £110 million offer for Isak rejected earlier this month, and they have yet to return with another bid. Lynch stressed that Liverpool are effectively in a holding pattern. They're waiting for the green light from Newcastle. If that comes, it's hard to see the deal not being completed. Both clubs probably already have a rough idea of the fee, so it's about timing now. It's also possible Newcastle's owners dig in and refuse, but these next days are decisive. Even if Liverpool do land the Swedish striker, fans might need to be patient. Having skipped Newcastle's entire preseason, Isak is unlikely to be at peak fitness straight away and would need time to get up to speed. Once he joins Slot's squad, every twist in the transfer saga, every update, and every negotiation track, Fabrizio Romano style. Spanish sources report that both Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid have added KB Mayu to their scouting list this summer. The Manchester United youngster, who broke out last season and impressed across Europe, has already earned his place in the England setup. Madrid are said to be particularly intrigued by his versatility, able to dictate play as a deep-lying midfielder, and carry the ball under pressure. However, United are adamant he is not for sale. New manager Ruben Amorim has privately informed the board that Mayu is untouchable. The only complication, United's financial fair play PSR situation. If multiple signings arrive, one major sale could be necessary. For now, fans can relax. Mayu is expected to stay, but the interest from Spain isn't going anywhere. Rasmus Højlund to Napoli. Final status Fabrizio Romano has confirmed this morning that negotiations between Manchester United and Napoli for Rasmus Højlund are in the final stages. The deal being discussed is a loan with an obligation to buy, totaling around £39 million. Napoli view Højlund as the long-term replacement for Victor Osimhen, who is edging toward the exit. The Italian champions want a striker with pace, strength, and upside, and the Danish forward ticks all those boxes. Documents have been exchanged, and the structure is nearly finalized. Inside Old Trafford, tension is rising. Amorim hasn't ruled out using Højlund in tonight's Carabao Cup tie, but behind the scenes, United are preparing for life without him. The financial gain from his sale could help fund late window signings, including a new goalkeeper, Sen Lammens from Royal Antwerp. Despite a more lucrative offer from Galatasaray, Romano reports that Lammens wants United. The deal is expected to be worth between £20 to £26 million and is said to be imminent. Lammens, 22, is highly rated in Belgium and fits United's recruitment strategy of targeting young talent with resale value. If all goes well, medicals could happen in the coming days. Antony's future and limbo negotiations are also active regarding Antony's future. Romano revealed that United held face-to-face talks with Real Betis, exploring ways to make the Brazilians' move to Spain permanent. Betis are pushing for a loan with an obligation to buy, while United prefer a straight sale to raise funds. Antony, for his part, is said to be eager to return to Spain, where he has rebuilt his confidence after a turbulent time in Manchester. This could turn into one of the biggest exits of the summer. Antony cost United nearly £86 million just 2 years ago, and letting him go would be a major admission of failure. Lindelof and Garnacho linked with exits. A fresh update from Italy links Victor Lindelof with a move to Fiorentina, who are preparing for life without Nikola Milenkovic. The Serie A side see Lindelof as an experienced replacement. He has slipped down the pecking order under Amorim, and United are said to be open to offers. Sources close to the Swedes say he would be open to a fresh challenge, and a potential reunion with David De Gea in Florence adds intrigue. Meanwhile, Alejandro Garnacho is still expected to join Chelsea before the window closes. The Blues have had bids rejected, but David Ornstein of The Athletic reports that talks remain active, and there's belief a deal will be reached. Fans have reacted furiously to the idea of losing the Argentine to a rival, but Garnacho's strained relationship with Amorim has made an exit increasingly likely. Kabi Mayu from Future Star to for sale. Perhaps the most surprising development is that Kabi Mayu, once considered the future of United's midfield, is now open to leaving, frustrated by a lack of playing time, and being stuck behind Bruno Fernandes, who is being used in a deeper role. Mayu hasn't featured in either of United's first 2 league games. He's only expected to start the Carabao Cup tie at Grimsby, a far cry from the Euro 2024 final he started for England. It's a stunning drop for a player